I came here to do my thing and I came to get my money. Hustling hard and we get the game moving. I don't wanna be a friend, I don't wanna be a homie. Ask your girl who's a new friend named KK. I work hard for the moolah, moolah, moolah. But if you're my boy, I'ma keep it real. But if you're my girl, I'ma keep it deep. I work hard for the moolah, moolah, moolah. But if you're my boy, I'ma keep it real. And if you're my girl, I'm just gonna do my. Baby, I'm so fucking real, fucking real, fucking real. I'm just gonna do my. Baby, I'm so fucking real, fucking real, fucking real. If you wanna keep it thing, I'ma keep it 100. It's a sushi one thing and that's the way we want it. So me and my homies, we're making this money. Hey. If you're trying to stop the bad things, gonna get huggy. Yeah. I work hard for the moolah, moolah, moolah. But if you're my boy, I'ma keep it real. But if you're my girl, I'ma make it deep. I work hard for the moolah, moolah. Ooh. But if you're my boy, I'ma keep it real. But if you're my girl, I keep it deep. Do my. Baby, I'm so fucking real, fucking real, fucking real. I'm just gonna do my. Baby, I'm so fucking real, fucking real, fucking real. I'm just gonna do my thing, yeah. Baby, I'm so fucking real, fucking real, fucking real. Yeah. I'm just gonna do my thing, do my thing. Baby, I'm so fucking real, fucking real, fucking real. So fucking real. I'm so fucking real. I'm so fucking real, fucking real, fucking real. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Club Shada, episode 391. Lord, that's a lot of episodes. Keep saying this, but yeah, listen. That's what you call content. It is 21:21 here in Lisbon, Portugal. Tell me what time it is, where you're watching, and if you're watching the replay, just put the flag of where you're watching from in the comment or in the chat if you are live right now with us. La milliardaire. Bisous, je te vois. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com, where you can get this new edition of the Sushi Raw Legion t-shirts. I'm wearing a 2XL, beautiful, love the quality. I use a more heavy t-shirt now, and I'm updating the whole collection of t-shirt. So go check it out. Our stream royalty is Black Free Thinker for the last 3 months probably. So big up to Black Free Thinker for supporting this show. Listen, these headphones, I have a brand new interface, so I have way more stuff here, so I'm still getting used to this setup. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing great. Yeah, listen, let's get on to it. Mirta Blood, bisous. How are you? I hope you're doing good. La milliardaire, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Madze F, what it do? How you doing? Listen, you're reminding me that soon I'm getting back to creating a collection for crypto.com. Listen, how was your weekend? I was in Brussels, and I came back from Brussels. I did an episode Friday of Internet du Village, my show in French. It's on TikTok, but the replay is available here on YouTube, and it's actually live on TikTok at the same time that, oh Lord, at the same time that I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on TikTok for Internet du Village. But for Club Shada, it's we are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitter, X, and we are live on Twitch. I should actually do a Kick account and start going live on Rumble too. That would be cool too. But anyway, so let me see. Yeah, listen. I went to Brussels to celebrate my cousin's 50th birthday. So we grew up together, known each other for 50 years. So listen, it was important to be there. And then I stayed another 3 days in Brussels. So I took time to see my son and handle school stuff and see his mom as well, and talk about he's a scholarship this year, so that's cool. Interestingly, when I'm so I have way more bass. I can hear it with these microphones, so I have to set up, because whenever I touch things, I can really hear all the things. So maybe I'm abusing on the bass. I mean, that's how I hear it. That's how I hear it in my headphones. So maybe I should fix that and put a bit less bass in my yeah, more like that. You know what it is. We are building as we are doing. That's the way I like it. So, yep. There you go. Should be fine. I think it's better like this for me. I mean, in my headphones, and these headphones are very bassy. Actually, the next show I'm doing in Accor Arena, I think I'm bringing those headphones because the sound is amazing in there. I'm going to perform with that. That's going to be perfect. So yeah. So it was a good time. Spent some time with, my people in Belgium. I mostly saw family. So it was great. And while I was in Brussels, Diddy was getting arrested. Yo, listen. You know, before I go into the details, there's two things that I find interesting in this. The first thing is how, listen, I'm not a fan of nobody, so I don't put nobody on the pedestal. If you're a criminal, you get what's coming to you, right? As a criminal. So I don't know. I wasn't there, but it is strange to see people that you admired, you know. And listen, nobody's perfect. Like I always say, don't admire nobody. Like the only people I admire are my parents. And listen, some parents are not even worth admiring. Mine are, but I would say love yourself. Everybody else, I don't know. So even if I like your work and I respect your achievement and have been inspired by the things you did as a businessman, etc., you know, hey, if you're going down, you're going down. There's nothing I can say. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me unhappy. I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, oh my God. Now, the second thing that I continue to find strange is how happy Black Americans are. Like, I mean, I'm just watching this as I'm watching a novella. And it's somebody's father, it's somebody's a boyfriend or somebody's boyfriend is somebody that did great and probably bad things as well. I mean, bad things we've seen in some video, but I don't understand the joy. I'm laughing at the memes and how the internet is going crazy, but I don't know. I don't see why everybody's so happy. In the meanwhile, I see a bunch of people that I will not name that are walking free, and they are proven pedos, and they're here chilling. So I want to go a little bit on a deep dive of what is going on, and then I will go into some business insight to try to have some theories. Joel, man, what up? How you doing? Sabrina, hey, long time. MTV, what up? So listen, the thing is this. First of all, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to and look for Diddy's what am I gonna look for? Diddy's counts of indictments to know what we are talking about. Okay, 3 counts. Oh Lord, that's way too long. What are Diddy's indictments? There you go. I need to find a place where that's too long. a second. Yeah, jailed. Washington Post. Don't trust these people. Let's see. Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, don't trust CNN either, but why not? Let me see. Sips, whatever. All right, so now let's see. Takeaways from the racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking indictment against Sean Diddy Combs. For decades, the first paragraph of 3 counts federal indictment against the music mogul Sean Combs lays out in an overarching summary the serious and sprawling allegations against him. For decades, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka PD, aka Love, the defendant abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. The indictment states, to do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. So 3 counts: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted, he faces a sentence up to life in prison. That's crazy. So criminal enterprise with other associate and employees alleges that he hosted drug-fueled freak-offs with victims and sex workers. Not instance of physical and sexual abuse, and illuminates what law enforcement found in the March raids of his homes. So what is... Hein? Quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'elle dit, Soumia? Non, c'est pas du baby oil, mais j'en ai plein chez moi. J'ai trois bouteilles. J'ai toujours 3 bouteilles. Tu sais bien que je mets que du baby oil, Soumia. Soumia dit justice for Tupac. Phil, what up? What it do? So listen, what is interesting here to me, right, is that, okay, racketeering, conspiracy, I don't know, because if he falls for that, there's a lot of people that are gonna go with him. Right? Now, victims and sex workers. The question here is, who are the victims, and do they believe that... Comment ça, tu en sais rien que je mets du bébé? Bien sûr que tu sais. And so, how do they... I mean, they will... Yeah, of course they will find... ways to see the difference between some and others, but do they say that the sex workers are victims, or they are victims as well? Now, how do you prove, especially after all these years, right, that some of the people who were in these orgies were victims? This is what they're gonna have to do. And sex workers, they were paid to come. So The freak-offs occurred regularly and sometimes lasted multiple days. Yo, that's crazy. The events were arranged by Combs and facilitated by his staff and employees, according to indictment. The employees arranged the travel for victims and sex workers, booked hotel rooms, stocked them with drugs, baby oil, lubricant, and extra linens, cleaned the room afterwards, and gave Combs large sums of cash to pay the sex workers. Okay. Combs also used a sensitive, embarrassing, and incriminating recording that he made during freak-offs as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence of the victims. Wow, this reminds me of a Zouk artist. Anyway, law enforcement seized guns. Well, okay. I guess in the US you have the right to have guns, right? Freak-off supplies. What are freak-off supplies? Yo. What are freak-off supplies? I would love to know. Apparently, law enforcement seized guns, ammo, drugs, and a huge collection of baby oil, like 1,000 bottles. 1,000 bottles of, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant at his homes. All right. Maybe he did some stock during COVID. I mean, I'm trying to understand why you need 1,000. So I was talking to a singer, right? That I will not say his name, but very famous in France. And he loves to use baby oil with girls. And he was saying, like, for a whole body, you only need, like, I don't know, 10-15% of a bottle. Like, this is oil. You don't need to use, like, listen, free of your hand like this, you can cover a whole body. Like, if you go, just if you do it for massage and stuff. So how much bottles do you need is crazy to me. Apparently, they also found tons of dildos and, listen. Well, listen, if you've been in the music industry, especially in the US, and if you know people from the industry, you heard tons of suspicious stories about Puff Daddy. So I'm not shocked, personally. I'm not shocked. And listen, this whole industry is full of demons. And it's not just him. Like, you can name a bunch of them. Woody Allen, Polanski, Hefner, like, even artists, other artists, like, they sing it in their songs, Flying My Bitch, whatever. And yeah, there's groupies. And listen, it's not just in the US. Like, I've seen a bunch of things in French rap, Congolese rap, Coupé Décalé, Zouk. Like, the thing is here now, when does it become criminal? When you start abusing people, when you start, I mean, if you pay people to come, listen, if you're into the dominatrix thing or the voyeur thing and you pay people, I guess it's fine. The problem if you drug people and now they hear without knowing, or, you know, women are on GHB, that's different. And if you start filming people to blackmail them and you start filming other, yep, Très, très vrai. If you start filming people and using this as blackmail, that's when it becomes dangerous. I mean, that's when it becomes criminal. So I believe that the number of victims isn't clear. Indictment lays out offenses against a number of victims, including women and commercial sex workers, but not specify how many. The prosecution letter asking for Combs to be detained before trial note that dozens of victims and witnesses have provided detailed, credible, and corroborated information against the defendant, combining the total of victims and witnesses. In another part of the letter, the prosecution states it has conducted interviews with over 50 victims and witnesses and said that the number is expected to grow. Lord. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams was vague when asked to clarify the number of victims at a news conference Tuesday. We are intentionally saying multiple, he said. Meanwhile, the sex trafficking charge is based on allegation against a single unnamed victim, one about 2009 to 2018. Well, l'enfant est dans la sauce. C'est chaud. Listen, all right, listen. For me, it's a very, very true, Sumia. It's very I mean, there's nothing new. That's why I'm not shocked and I don't understand. I mean, people react the way they want. The whole internet is crazy. The only thing that shocked me in here was 1,000 bottles of baby oil, because I don't understand why you need that much. Now, the question here is, to me, first of all, who are in those tapes? Because depending on who are in those tapes, either they will clean the tapes. Because if you have some powerful people, it's going to depend. Because the feds might use this as a way to go against other people. So either it's going to be Diddy falling alone if he doesn't talk, or taking a plea deal and tell on other people of the music industry, or it's going to be multiple people being called and being put as accusation, right? Now, it's the US, it's a corrupt country. So depending on who's going to be on those tapes, because we have people are floating photos everywhere, right? People are putting photos everywhere of parties in the Hampton with people, and everybody believe that if you're in a party, if you're in the photo in there, it means that you were in the freak offs, which is not true. Those are two different things. But because the internet is now going crazy, if there's any photo of you not far from a Diddy property or with Diddy, you've been baby oiled your ass. That's what the internet is thinking now. So I think some people who have been there, listen, a lot of people are very silent. A lot of people, they're like, make it go away. And listen, I've seen a lot of crazy things of that type. during my career and on tour. And the good thing that I can say is that I've never been part of these type of things. So if you can say I was there in the same hotel, I'll say, yeah, I was there, because I don't care. I don't feel that if we heard this type of thing about an artist I know, I would be like, oh, yep, and mind my business. So the thing here is that these two. So yeah, you in this thing where you're looking at this, and listen, right now in Paris, we are seeing there's the horrible trial of this man who's, I don't even know his age, but he was drugging his wife every night for 10 years, and he was having people come and rape her, and while she was on GHB. And then when she was having like a chlamydia or whatever, she was asking him, what are you doing when I'm at work? So that guy's like evil. You got these type of evil people, and they are everywhere. And then he was saying that, yeah, because she was a little bit racist. I also called multiple black people. I was like, what kind of evil is that? To your wife that you have kids with. There's a lot of sick people out there. Now, to me, Diddy is what you call an extreme narcissist. I know a few of them, and everything that I'm seeing here and that I'm being told by the news and rumors and blogs and stuff, it fits exactly the behavior of a bunch of the narcissists that I know. I know them, being around some of these fuckers. So, but this one is one with unlimited money. And this is what happens when you have so much money, and then you have a whole industry. Because I'm going to say the same thing about R. Kelly. I'm going to say the same thing about Dr. Dre. There's no tapes, so he's lucky. So just like staying silent is like, oh Lord, let me sit down somewhere before people remembers me. Like, and a bunch of other people. You have a whole industry that is protecting these behaviors for the Rolling Stones and all these big artists that living the rock and roll life, right? And then when the shit hit the fan, all of a sudden, everybody's silent because everybody's guilty. From the people that are enabling the behavior to the people that are subjecting themselves to the actions, to the groupies, to the whole thing. The whole thing is a mess. That whole thing, it's a mess. And that's where, when you look at it, you are just asking yourself, on what angle are you going to attack that person? Because, it's the same thing as when they wanted to attack, to remove R. Kelly's music from Spotify. To me, I was like, well, in this case, you're going to have to remove everybody else's music, because all of them have some dark stories and some bigger than others, right? A lot of these people are just yeah, enjoying these parties and money, if you never had it before and you don't have a good education and you don't, and especially fame, those are drugs that just change your way of seeing things and seeing life. Once you have a certain amount of money, that we can say unlimited, right? We can say like, once you have, listen, 100 million, because listen, at a point with, before he got, he beefed with Diageo, which is the company that owns Cyrock and Johnny Label and all these brands of spiritual. Before he beefed with those people, probably about money, and they told him, oh, we're going to show you. Because I believe this is orchestrated probably by those people. But I mean, and that's after that beef, that the video with, and also, I mean, he should have, when Cassie told him, hey, just give me money and let's not, and I will not go public, he should have paid her. But yeah, narcissism, that's how they do. They believe they are bigger than life. And now, yeah, once the cat was out the bag, poof. So, like you're saying, Rugiano, money is a pure magnifier of money, fame, all these things. Like it just magnifies who you are. If you have a good education, you had parents that educated you good, listen, you might be a weak person. And if you are a weak person, yeah, you might fall on whatever, drugs, alcohol, sex, and etc. Or you might just be like, no, that's not for me. Like, and I didn't even come here for that. I came here to express myself. I came here for the message. I came here. Everybody come here for their own reason. But when you get there, you're gonna have, and we've seen it. We are artists, so not only you're gonna have people, all the fake friends, people coming with all types of offers. You're gonna have women coming with, or men coming with all types of offers. Easy stuff that you should have worked for. Money. Listen, I'm not saying that 500 or 1,000 euros is a ton of money, but listen, some people in some countries, they have to work a whole month or 6 months, depending on where you are. You have to work a long time to get that money. Now you get that money in 45 minutes of a show in a club. This changes your perspective on money. And if you haven't been educated financially, this can just mess up with your brain and the way you view the world. And some people will make that money and invest it somewhere or store it somewhere. Some others will be like, oh, it's easy. I'm doing this like every 2-3 days. See what I mean? Okay. But não, moi tu lèves. Deixa lá.
Queres que eu te dê?
Como quiseres. Thank you. So you're gonna end up, in a thing where this is gonna mess with your whole system. Now imagine I'm talking to you about people that I've seen a bunch of artists that got messed up in their brains just because they were famous in a little bit of in the Zouk side of Paris, to just a little bit of West Indians and Africans, maybe in Martinique, Guadeloupe, Guyane, that's it. And it messed up their brains. And listen, all these people today are poor. They didn't even like buy a house. It was just a moment in time. They were famous for 5 years and they went crazy. So imagine if you multiply this amount of money, fame, people who adore you, put you in a pedestal, you multiply this by 10,000. And now every time you do a show, you make 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. Oh, listen, if you were not ready for that, bro, you're going to be fucked in your head. If you don't have the right people around you, if you don't have people who tell you don't do this, or people that are, that are just taking you to the right place, you're going to be fucked. And that's the problem with all these artists in America. And, listen, and everywhere in the world, they are just here with unlimited access to everything, and nobody is stopping them. And you end with these cases. You end with cases like R. Kelly, cases with like this one, cases with a bunch of others who become predators just because, it's here. And they don't have the education. They are not ready, So now, a question I'm asking myself. Let me say hi to a few people that are here. BZ Brown, what up, bro? Okay, how was the scene in France where you were young and hot? The scene was weak, where there are crazy parties and the beat stuff going on too. Of course. Yes, you need to research Dave Chappelle. True. Do managers ever prepare their artists for that sudden change? Of course not. The managers are here to make money on top of you. They're not here. They're not here to help you. The money doesn't make you a monster. Of course not. But it's a good lubricant. It helps you just go to your full potential. I do agree. I do completely agree. He's been problematic forever. A lot of them. Yeah. A lot of them were monsters from the beginning. Now, I want to, how long do I have? How long do I have? Already? Fuck. I would like to see, listen. Everybody is reacting emotionally to all this. I don't care. Everybody's there with their, oh my God. I was like, listen, yeah, okay. You have a ton of blog for this. What I find interesting as a conversation about this is it just the case of one guy who just been abusing the system and now the system is about to slap him? And we'll see if he ends up staying in jail for a certain time, or does he take a deal and stay in jail for, 10 years, 7 years, sometime, or go on a private high security where they put these kind of people, like, you have luxury prisons, right? Or does he end up just at home? We'll see. It's gonna depend. Or does he have too much on other people and he ends up like Epstein? Who knows? To me, what I find interesting here is, and I want to go on a business tangent about this, is is it possible that you have, because I did that before, right? Sometimes you wait for the right moment to do your action against the whole industry. It's something I did before, and you have to be on the right timing. Now, I don't know exactly what does Sean Combs have on whoever's in there. Now, is it possible? Listen, maybe I'm just, but let me throw it out there to say something different than what everybody has been saying already. Is it possible that there's somebody who's profiting or who is gonna profit on the fact that Diddy could go down with a whole pan of the American entertainment? I believe the American entertainment will protect itself. But, and I don't know who the prosecutor is, but this can go up to the mayor of New York. Is it possible that you have somebody that has been waiting in the sidelines so he can take over serious positions in all these multi-billion companies, and now is the time to use this moment and the leverage is going to give you about everybody that is scared? Because listen, some people are stepping down, has nothing to do. Some people are stepping down because just listen, we are in the streaming era, and in the streaming era, a lot of people are just useless to these labels. They need new blood that understand how to work the artist game, right? But listen, this could have been Diddy being the weak link to the music industry, or one of the weak links to the music industry, because R. Kelly was different. Apparently he was not reading. Listen, I don't even know how he was not making money from all the songs he did. I mean, he probably was doing, and he probably still is doing. Normally, he should get royalty checks for all the songs he has. But Diddy, that's another level. So depending on who is part of what they call the racketeering enterprise, because when you say racketeering enterprise, it's not just one person. It's one person and a whole enterprise of people. So who do they have in their crosshair? And à qui profite le crime? Who is interested in me? Listen, I believe that he had it coming. Okay, listen, from everything we've been hearing all the years, this was due. But I really believe that this would have never happened if he didn't piss off the guys of Diageo. Call them racist, etc., and saying he wanted more money. I believe that that's when his problems began, because you don't go 30 years like this doing the things you do and nobody's saying nothing, and all of a sudden somebody's saying something. It's like there's somebody that is green lighting, saying, all right, show him a lesson. But now this could just end to him, or can widen up to the industry. Because listen, you have to understand how when the feds or the DAs, when they do the charges, yeah, they make it sensational, right? They make it sensational for the public, because listen, it's a circus. It's the US. So they say this and this and this and this, and sometimes they don't have. They make you believe that they have everything and that it's going down. And then listen, if you see the case of T.I. and Tiny, for example, they were saying the same things. It was the same thing. Minors, things, sex orgies, etc., etc. And in the end, nothing happened because, probably they had enough. They knew how to defend themselves. They had probably messages with the people. Who knows? Listen, I don't know. I was not there. But the fact that somebody is indicted doesn't mean that he's going to end up guilty. Maybe, listen, if he has good lawyers, money, they might find the right weak link in the accusations, and he goes free. It's completely possible. Now, or maybe somebody, a specific person that could change the course of the thing, change their mind, and all of a sudden they don't want to testify anymore. Happens all the time. So, to me, what I'm interested in now, as I look at the music industry in the US, because listen, as I was saying, orgies, groupies, drugs, it's not gonna stop. So they're talking to us about this as if it's something new. No, listen, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Hugh Hefner, like politicians, normal people. Listen, this is a country full of contradictions, drug addicts. You have a church on the other side, you have a strip club. And in the strip clubs, you have champagne rooms. So there's nothing new going on here. Now, the question is it possible? Listen, I'm not saying, I'm just throwing some theories here to go to the business side of things. Is when you have somebody that was making 60 million a year with the guys of Diageo and a catalog that is probably generating, I don't know, 200 million every year from all the songs, the publishing, the shows, like it's not nothing, right? And all the businesses and stuff. Like if you remove that person, how is it interesting for somebody? And that is what is very interesting to me. Like, are these the same people who wanted to teach him a lesson that are saying, oh, listen, let's get in? Or is it somebody else that is on the side in the dark? Or Jay-Z? I don't know. Listen, I'm throwing this there, but it is possible that, 50 Cent, like somebody that is now moving their pawns in the business and seeing that, listen, the space he's gonna leave, and all these executives that were around him, the people that worked with him, all these people that you are hearing their names, all the people that are gonna get splashed by this whole thing. Is it possible that somebody is like, listen, it's time to make our move? And listen, when you are on your knees and you have to pay when you are on your knees, right? And you need to pay, because in these type of things, who makes money is the lawyers, right? A lot of the victims, like Cassie, for example, they are attacking on the civil part. The civil part is, we want money for what you did to us. Because he cannot go to jail because of all these things, because he's been, the statute of limitation is being too long. So it's more like, hey, listen, I want to get paid. It's the US. Don't look at it in the way we look at it in Europe. In the US, yeah, listen, you did this to me, I want money. I have a friend, she got in an accident and she's gonna get $1 million because she was in the street on the walking, light was red, and somebody just ran on her and she had to go through operations, etc. And now, yeah, she's gonna get paid. It's the US, that's how it works. So now, with this, what is happening right now, listen, it could just be une affaire de mœurs normale. Yeah, listen, it could just be, yo, listen, you've been doing this, that. We have enough evidence from that lawsuit with your ex-girlfriend. Now we have enough to get you. It could just be that. But listen, back in the days, I was about to make my move on somebody, and then I got a call from somebody, and then somebody called me and told me, hey, if you want to make your move, it's now, because the guy's on his knees. And I made my move 24 hours later. And the guy had no choice. I'm not going to go in details, but so, of course, I had to think about that, because I remember that when I was in this position, I made my move. And listen, I was on my right. I was not doing something hostile, but sometimes it's the right moment. See what I mean? Like if you want to buy Twitter, like Elon Musk, when you have everybody believe the company is great, it's gonna cost you 100 million or $1 billion. Now, if you want to say that, oh, it's full of bots and there's a lot of problem, etc., the price can drop. So that's what Elon did. So that's where the business part is interesting to me. Who can benefit of Diddy because of being a sex addict, a drug addict, a despicable individual behind the scene? Because listen, I'm gonna say it again. He's also somebody who revolutionized the black music. He's the mogul. He also did great things as a creative and an executive. We're not gonna take it away from him, because listen, if we can separate art from the person with Roman Polanski or Woody Allen, we can do it with Diddy, right? So it is still this part where him going away and this splashing on some people, some companies might want to defend themselves and to protect themselves and their reputation, and just tell people, hey, listen, you're gonna have to move, especially in today's world that is everybody's sensitive. That's the moment when somebody that is either in the dark or on the side or just there might be like, yo, listen, hey bro, it's gonna cost you 100 million in lawyer fees. You're a billionaire, but you are not a billionaire in cash. None of these people are billionaires in cash. Maybe they have 100 or 200 million. Maybe they only have 50 million in cash. Everything else is in value. Because the way you tell the net worth of somebody, you have to count what they have. So listen, I have this hard drive. This hard drive contains all 4 albums of Eliseo and Sumia, for example, and they are worth X. Let's say they generate X per month. Let's say we can value them at, I don't know, 100,000 euros, right? Now, I have 100,000 euros. My house is worth X. You add this to the mix. My catalog generates X, so it's worth X if I had to sell it. So then you can say the net worth is X amount because of what you own. So if you own, for example, like Elon, it's the value of Twitter, the value of Tesla, SpaceX, etc. This is what is his value as a trillionaire or like hundreds of billions, right? But in the bank account, maybe there's only 10 million because everything else is invested. So now if you need to pay your lawyers 100 million, you're gonna have to sell a house, or you're gonna have to sell shares of one of your properties. So as you see, he already sold Revolt. He sold Revolt because not only it was kind of hard for people who are advocating for women and rights and LGBT rights, etc., having somebody that is a predator at the helm, right? But also maybe he needed some cash. So if you need cash and Revolt is worth, I don't know, 400 million, but you need cash now because bail, because this, because that, somebody might come to you and say, yo, I'm buying this 200 million. It's worth 400. You need cash, so you're gonna have to sell it to me for 200 million. I mean, if you find somebody willing to buy it for you for 400 million, well, cool. But so some people might be interested in eating his empire as he needs cash to pay for all his shenanigans and all the trouble he put himself in by being a narcissist, by being a drug addict, by being a sex predator. And listen, again, having a big sex appetite and paying people, going to prostitute or orgies, and so there's nothing wrong in it. Everybody do what they do. Listen, like there's a bunch of people who are not better than that. The problem is when you start doing it criminally, when you start preventing people from living and drugging people into doing it. That's the problem. Now that's what they're gonna have to prove. But now that you have the federal government after you, you're gonna need a lot of money to pay for your lawyers, the best lawyers, the whatever you have to do, or maybe pay some key people to not show up in court, or to just say, "Oh, listen, I don't want to be part of it." Now, that's the moment where some people might be like, "Yep, this is the moment we buy his shit. Yeah, I want these things. I want this. I want this. I want this." And listen, I'm not gonna say that there's a reason for all this, but yeah, listen, have a little bit of think a little bit in the bigger picture, and you might be like, yeah, that guy is cooked, and that's the moment where a lot of people might go down with him, unless there's somebody very, very powerful that is part of the tapes or part of the whole thing, and that could go down with it, and that this person makes a phone call and boom, just like Hunter Biden, it all goes away and you just have to pay a fine, because he was also accused of racketeering and all that stuff, right? So we'll see, but Ça ne sent pas bon. Oh, ça ne sent pas bon. You know, hey. It is crazy. Zerix, what up? Listen, I always have my stock of 4. That's more than enough for everything I do. There are many powerful people on the tape. We don't know. We don't know what are in the tapes. And listen, how Bisou Susu, listen, how narcissistic is it to go ahead and film people, and a bunch of them, and especially powerful people? But that's dangerous. That's dangerous games that you are playing. And listen, if you guys remember, when there was the raids, his jet flew to an island out of the jurisdiction of the US. And some people were thinking that it was him trying to fly away. But maybe they were taking some hard drives far from the reach of the US government. I mean, if there's a possibility of that, listen, they can send CIA or any agent, but maybe he had the time to take away some important stuff because he was getting ready for this. And maybe he can call some people and say, yo, you gotta have to save me because I have a tape out there or whatever. Oh, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. But I mean, listen, there's a lot of fantasy in there about who's in the tapes or not or whatever. Listen, we don't know. We don't know. People that came in a party, it doesn't mean that they came to the after party. It just reminds me of an album from Jodeci. The show, the party, the after party, the hotel. Back in the days, they used to glorify it. There are people far more talented than him who ain't famous. Puff had to pull off stuff to make it up there. Well, listen, he was more an executive to me than a creative, but I mean, listen, I mean, I'm not gonna say that there's a lot of things that he did that were inspiring, like Bad Boys back in the days was legendary stuff, but then him and a bunch of others, there's been stories forever. I mean, listen, in the music industry, there are stories about a lot of people. It's nothing new. I believe that just as in politics and any other things, where there's money and power, there's corruption of the soul. Because it is very hard, listen, unless you are very focused, religious, very well educated, and not impressed by all this, there's going to be you're going to change anyway, but it's from what I've seen, and I'm not saying that everybody is getting corrupted, but I've seen a lot of people getting corrupted. And I believe that it's most of the time it was because of lack of education, lack of being ready, lack of being ready, lack of having the right people around you. And sometimes your own people that are supposed to protect you are the ones who are even more corrupted than you. So, yeah. So long as Kaysha is not on the tapes, we're good. Well, I'm not. Ain't gonna find me on no tapes. Yo, listen. I am not. I just thought of a friend who was telling me last year, a Kizomba artist told me, yeah, I was in Diddy's party. I was like, hey, I have to call him now. I have to call that guy. But hey, listen, the party is not the after party. That's all we know. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. Good luck for these people, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see. But yeah, listen, this is taking the whole internet by storm. Hey, vraiment, c'est ce qu'on appelle être dans la sauce. Sauce chien. I'm gonna leave you with my latest song. Listen, you don't even know what's coming. You're not ready. I'm gonna record now some crazy track that I have, but you guys are not ready. Mon cher, Diddy est dans pain. Tu as vraiment pain de pain. I'm gonna leave you with so if you go to Kaysha.com, let me go to Kaysha.com for you to see. So don't forget to go to Kaysha.com and you come here and you put your email in there to receive an email every time I have a release, etc. So brand new single that just came out, Do My Thing remixes, Kaysha, AC Jordan, Malcolm Beats, remixed by all the gangsters. I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can listen to this. Lucado, you're gonna have to watch the replay, bro. We just been talking about this for an hour, so you can go watch the replay. So as I was saying, Do My Thing, the remixes just came out, so please go ahead and listen to it. And I'm gonna leave you with the remix by NCK on the beat. And of course, I will do a listening party next week on TikTok and YouTube. So this show is brought to you by Shada, Gods of Good Fortune. Thanks to our stream royalty, Black Free Thinker. And you can get the Sushi Raw t-shirt that I'm wearing on shadaware.com. That's here. And I'm leaving you with Do My Thing, NCK on the beat remix. Shada gang, bless.
I came here to do my thing and I came to get my money. Hustling hard and we get the game moving. I don't wanna be a friend, I don't wanna be a homie. Ask your girl who's a new friend named KK. I work hard for the moolah, moolah, moolah. But if you're my boy, I'ma keep it real. But if you're my girl, I'ma keep it deep. I'ma keep it 100. It's a sushi one thing and that's the way we want it. So me and my homies are making this party. Hey. If you're trying to stop the bad things, gonna get ugly. Yeah, yeah. I work hard for the moolah, moolah, moolah. But if you're my boy, I'ma keep it real. But if you're my girl, I'ma make it deep. I work hard for the moolah, moolah. But if you're my boy, I'ma keep it real. But if you're my girl, I keep it deep. Baby, I'm so fucking real, fucking rare. I'm just gonna do my thing, my. Baby, I'm so fucking